Hi guys, this is Jess with your all signs. What do they want to say to you? Now, I've already did this before. So some of you need to check out part 2 from Sagittarius to Pisces. You'll find your sign, your reading in the second part of this video. The first part from Aries to Scorpio, it somehow was deleted. I do not know why. So here I am doing it again. So we're going to look at each sign. For those of you who would like to go to your specific sign, do check out the timestamps down in the description box below, along with the link to the website for a personal read. Let's get into the reading. Let me write this down. Okay, so Aries. Well, you have someone here who wants to let you know. It's kind of cliche, but it is true. This person kind of wants you to know that it's really not you, it's them. You have someone who may go there. You have someone here, Aries, that goes through a bit of a cycle, this person. This is the type of person who finds himself trying to repair and rectify things when it's a little too late. So if you're still very much into your person, you're still there emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, they may be taking you for granted. They may feel like they have all the time in the world. But once that changes, you'll notice that this person will change. Now they want to try to work things out. Okay. Now they realize that, this is happening for them again, because it's not the first time some of you, your person, has gone through this. And I'm picking up for you, Aries, that is going through problems in a relationship. So this is not the first time this person's gone through this. And they may realize that they could have made things different, changed things up this time around, and you was a significant person in their life, and perhaps you were there to change some things, because you may have asked, this person may be someone who prayed, wanted things to change, and you came into their life for them to change or for them to grow. No. Okay, so in the end, you'll have someone that says you're an angel, that will see you for the great person that you are. However, it may be too little too late. Some of you are attracting someone who probably doesn't know how to do committed relationships very well. They may already or always, there's some third party. Or someone who likes to chase, someone who likes the in and the out. But this person is probably going to lose you, and it'll be a little too late. So they want you to know that you have made a significant change in their life, because now they're getting a wake-up call. They're realizing that it's more them than it is you. No matter how much they may train themselves to believe it's someone else, no, it's you. Specifically, they're still trying to figure out themselves. Okay. There's still something missing for them. They feel like you've affected their life in a very significant sort of way, and that you are an angel. So you have someone who will sit back here, again, once it's all said and done, and lick their wounds and say, I really could have done differently in this relationship, but it'll probably be a little too late. I will look at your card. It's going to take you some time, Aries, to disconnect from this person, but you will, because there may be another person that will come in, whether you're an Aries man or woman, because both of you, men and women, you'll be ready. And someone is going to come in and kind of switch everything up for you. And that's when this person will realize, the mistake that they made. But again, it'll probably be a little too late. So that's what I have for Aries. Now let's look at Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Right now, I'm picking up on the Tauruses that is not on speaking terms with their person. I see no contact. I see you guys are kind of at a standstill, whether it be there's no contact or there isn't any real movement forward. And the two of you may be kind of going through a loop. You have someone here who, make no mistake about it, you are on this person's mind. very much. They think about you a lot, okay? And songs and TV shows, any little thing, you do come across their mind, okay? But you have someone here who feels like it's better to not communicate right now or not express exactly how they feel about the situation. Commitment may be an issue here. Someone still may be sifting through third party. Excuse me, guys. Financial issues could be a problem for someone here, if not both of you. And I do feel like there's been some insincerity coming from this person. So their behavior, I do feel right now, they do regret how they've behaved toward you, how they've come across to you, because this is a person that either has to get their stuff together or they're just not ready to jump into something a little too committed. They also could be responding to you feeling that way as well. You know, Uranus is in your sign, so some of you Tauruses may not want to give in to something committed. And if that's the case, this person really wants that with you, but they're respecting that either they know just by the way that you behave, you can't give that to them, or you've made that very clear. They probably have as well toward you. So it could be either one of you who's kind of made it clear by actions or verbally that commitment just may not be the jam. But nevertheless, this person is definitely missing you, definitely thinking about you. It's easier for them to just stay away right now. They've thought about you a lot lately, and songs are speaking to them. So this is someone who right now, as I'm speaking, and it's July 1st, this person definitely has you on their mind, and you are still very much important to them. I do feel, though, that probably by November, December, there may be a reconciliation, if not beforehand, because this person is being very patient. They are taking care of other things to get themselves in a better emotional space. And they're being, ginger and patient with the situation, but they do still have strong feelings for you, and they're going to want to work this out if the two of you are not in communication. Let's see how you feel. I need to just leave that deck over there. You feel like a burden has been lifted. Either you feel like you need to cut it out and because you'll be in a better headspace because of it, or you have done that. Some of you may even feel like it's unrequited. The two of you just are not on the same page. Sorry, guys, I'm not showing you the cards. The two of you are just not on the same page. I keep saying that mentally you feel like it's the best thing that you need to do because you don't want to have to experience ultimate disaster in the situation, and you're trying to get your zen back. You're trying to get back to your peace, and you are tired. I'm speaking to the Tauruses who are tired of being single or don't necessarily want to get back into singlehood. But if it's not this person, you may have another person that could come into your life, or you be put into another person's life. But whether you be put into it or they're coming to you, someone's not here to play any games. So come correct. Someone better come to you correct, or you better come correct. If this person comes back, they too better come correct. So I do see that on your part. Okay. That's what I see for Taurus. Now let's look at Gemini. Gemini. Okay. So you guys have someone here who is in the process of change. Either they have changed, either they have gone through their kind of change in life, but you may have come along and kind of made them realize some issues that they themselves may have. Okay. Because I feel like this person is definitely still stuck on you. That's for sure. They're definitely still stuck on you. They're getting in a better headspace, but it's kind of like in and out type of a thing. Whatever they've done to you, they are sorrowful for it. They think about you constantly. And just like the Taurus reading, I'll say that, in every little thing, something reminds them of you. And every time they think of you or see your picture or even see you, if they can, it continues to remind them of what has happened and not the good thing. And I feel like this person is realizing the work that they still have to do. Okay. They've been doing work for themselves, they've been doing the work slowly but surely. And I do feel like for some of you, especially if you're a Gemini woman, this man realizes the kind of woman you were preparing yourself to be, or you showed yourself to be toward him. And if you're a Gemini woman, if you're a Gemini man, this woman realizes that although she has come a long way in her own development, there may be still some things that she needs to, still work on. She may still be working through some past pains and trauma. So there's still some ways to go. And I think you guys have been very pivotal in people understanding the importance of self-development for themselves, And so that's a good thing. You guys have helped someone with that, or they're learning through you, whether it be good or bad, because some of you may have done something to someone, but they're also realizing if you have, then they've accepted something longer than they should have, and perhaps boundaries are necessary. So either way, whether it was you or them, they're constantly replaying and playing what has happened so that they can continue to nurture themselves and be a better person for it, whether you're a man or a woman. That's the gist of this, okay, of what they want to say to you. Deep down inside, seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down inside, and that's why I'm not always easy for them to deal with. So again, you are like a mirror to this person. You're showing them their good and bad, what they tolerate, what they need to still work on, and that's kind of a good thing. Sometimes it's not the easiest to swallow, but it is a good thing. They're reminded of you constantly, and they feel badly for the way that they treated you. So however they treated you, they're realizing that, again, they need to improve and be better because of it. Let's look at you. I see a lot of you saying, well, you still miss them, but you feel like, you can't take a huge burden. A lot of you Geminis, a lot of you Geminis are still very much into this person. You wanted happily ever after with this person. For some of you, you were either prepared to commit and go all the way, or you seen this person as that. Some of you may, and for some of you, and this is probably a small amount of you, you may not be interested in this particular person because you're still connected to a past person, especially if it's like you have a family and a home and that sort of thing with another person. You've had that may be where you still want to be, but this is your feelings for them. So I do feel like some of you were prepared to have that with them, or you still to some extent want that with them, but you're deciding to hold back from this person because you feel like, again, your peace is very important. You don't have time to be carrying all the burdens. And I feel with all these cards showing how you feel about this person, you have a significant attachment to them as well. And so they affect you just as much as you affect them, is what it looks like to me. So that's what I have for Gemini. Let's now look at Cancer. I also just want to say some of you may be really trying to focus on repairing your relationship. For those of you who are seriously committed and perhaps a third party came in between the two of you, I feel like the man here is willing to disconnect from his player ways if he was a player in the situation to try to repair this. And it looks like the two of you really want this in a very mutual way. So if you can work it out, try to fight for your person and work it out, especially if someone is going to commit to not being a player. Yeah, just want to put that out there. Okay, so clearly, at least for the signs I've done thus far, I am picking up for those of you who partners or the person on your mind, you guys are at a disconnect. And your person is no different. I do have a lot of reversals. It needs to be that way this time around for this read. And so this is obviously the energy I'm supposed to pick up. That being said, Cancer, you have someone who thinks quite highly of you. And this person has been through a lot of trauma in their life mentally. I don't know if they have any mental hangups, but they do have trauma that they're still sifting through. If you guys have broken up, they're very much not wanting to disconnect from you at all. they are also learning the error of their ways. I feel like a lot of the people who I've read for thus far, from Aries to now your sign, you guys have people who are going inward, even though this is more of like, at least where we are in this state, in this country, people are out and about doing their thing, but you have a lot of people who are internal and internalizing what has happened, right? And if you haven't checked out that 2-month predictive future read, do check that out, because it'll give you a little bit more insight, because I did say a lot of this was going to be happening around July time. Again, back to Cancers really quickly. Your person, though, they definitely think quite highly of you, and they are realizing that perhaps they have mental hangups or flawed communication skills that has, been problematic in this relationship with you and them. They do understand that if they would have opened up and shared more and gave you a better perspective of how they were feeling, perhaps the two of you wouldn't be, where you are now to some extent. They think about you a lot. A lot of things are making them realize, that they miss you, that you're important to them. Your name may show up, just things that they see in their everyday life points back to you, and they haven't been able to move on. Do any of these cards look like someone's moving on? No. So there's no moving on. And this is for any of you Cancers that has, recently in no contact, broke up, separated, or together, but it's just very problematic. They're having a hard time opening up. They're having a hard time with sharing their truth, and they acknowledge that. They know that that's part of their problem. They also may feel like this is a little bit too late for the two of you as well. They do feel very sorrowful over the situation, and I don't feel like this person is completely done with feeling the effects of the separation between the two of you. More will come, especially if it has been third party energy, that sort of thing. Let's look at you. I don't feel like you're kind of holding back anymore. You may be getting yourself out there doing things, even though this other card doesn't suggest that you're getting out there doing things. But I feel like you're also not necessarily waiting around. Let's say that. I feel like some of you are getting your healing. I do feel like you would be open to repair and work the situation out, because some of you may feel like you've hurt, you've gone through pain, whether it be with them or before. And so some of you also want to work things out, but you may not be the first person that's going to make a move. You may feel like it's up to them. You're trying to avoid any problems, even though you know that there's still a connection, and you stay in your head about the situation, but you feel like, listen, if I need to cut this out so that, I can have my happiness and grow either with, grow elsewhere, I'll do that. Even though I do feel like even you, Cancer, will probably have a couple of rocky months yourself. So it doesn't seem like it's easy for either of you. But your person is definitely going through the motions. So that's what I have for Cancer. Now let's look at Leo. Okay, Leo. So it's kind of crazy. Every time I come to Leo, it's like someone is in real distress. Hopefully nobody is in jail. Hopefully that's not the case. I do see someone stressing over that. But let's get past that. So your person, when I tell you this person doesn't want these feelings to come out, they don't want this shit to come out. But I'm about to tell you, they don't want this to come out, because you have your person. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini or an air sign, because it's a lot of in their head. This person is in their head like crazy. Okay. It's almost impossible for them to communicate to you. This person, you may be saying, well, no, not my person. No. This person could be getting readings on you, watching this type of stuff just like you. All kinds of things. You just never know. You have someone here who may have gotten themselves, I have a few messages for Leos. You have someone here who may have gotten themselves into something that they cannot seem to tell you. Okay, or anyone for that matter. So do with that what you will. I feel like your person may have, bitten off more than they can chew, and they're going through it. And that's kind of like a sidebar away from love. But however, as far as love is concerned, someone here who is having an extremely hard time, Leo, opening up to you, communicating to you just how much of an effect the situation has had. And again, I feel like it's more than just you. It's a personal situation that they're going through too. Like they're going through it. And it seems like there's nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to help them right now. The only way to get over this is for them to go through it. And you have someone, Leos, that it's a double meaning. It's not just them acknowledging that, oh, I did Leo wrong, although I'm sure some of you, they have. But this is a person who you've done wrong. This may be, I'm speaking for those Leos that may have done someone wrong, okay? And a smaller percentage of you have been the victim of this person. And they are ashamed of themselves if they have done you wrong. And again, I will say that that's a smaller percentage of you. This is someone who they still miss you like crazy. They cannot find the words, nor do they want to express themselves right now because their brain is just not even clear. It's just all over the place. They're trying to get in a better headspace, and it literally is like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Okay, this person, they need to leave. They have to leave because this person's gonna go crazy. Especially if you've done them wrong, they already is about crazy. It's only gonna get worse, and you don't want anyone to really go crazy, right? Because people that go crazy for too long, well, they're not the most safe to be around. I'll just put it that way. Okay, they're not the most safe to be around. Hopefully there's no children involved because it can get a little nasty if there's children involved. But your person may feel like it's best that they leave, but they don't want to. They don't want to leave. You may find that they may fight for you come August or fight come November, December. Definitely it can get a little hairy if children is involved, as I said. And you have the children is what I want to say. Okay, get a little sticky. This is coming from their perspective. Okay, a lot of signs are pointing to you for them. You're never far from their mind. So even if you've done something to them, they still miss you horribly. And it's really hard for them to express themselves. So, if they have you on red and they're not communicating with you, that's why. I mean, as you can see with the cards, it's going to be very difficult. They're going to come out of this person. I do see that, but it's literally not right now. How do you feel about them? You're going after them. Okay, so you guys are going after them. You feel like there's an opportunity to work this out and drop all the burdens. Yes, this may have been huge third-party stuff going on, and the last time we did see a lot of cheating. But some of you, I feel you are doing your best to try to work this out. It may not be a go. If you've done anything wrong, Leo, don't take someone for granted because you do have someone who's going through quite a bit. And if it is you that someone has took through the ringer, they're now getting their karma. I'm surprised that card didn't come out. Okay, here. So that's what I see for Leo. Now let's go to Virgo. Virgos, you have someone who's all over the place, okay? They have to go do something else right now. They want you to understand, but they're coming back to you. So this is a bit of could be narcissistic, a control freak, definitely is what that looks like to me. You feel like home to me. So they may feel like, you know what? They still own you. You're still belonging to them. And that's why they don't feel like it's completely over, and they're not completely stressing over this. They're not so devastated by it because they're kind of not going to leave you alone, Virgo. You have someone here just not going to leave you alone. They want to work this out. It's very clear. You guys may be dealing with a Sagittarius, could be an Aries, could be any sign. But they may be having second thoughts and kind of trying to get back into your good graces. They feel safer in the silence, but they feel safer in the silence. They feel like with silence will bring the heart growing fonder, and that the two of you will come to a place of peace, and that renewed love can begin. Okay. And so that's why they're letting you, if you're putting them on ice, they're saying, okay, I'll just give Virgo some time and I'm going to come back in now. Like now, they should already be on your heels now. They're more clear about what they want here, and they may be coming across to you as if they're willing to do and be everything that you needed them to be, just when you seem to be getting to a place of peace and spiritual awakening. It's up to you. It's up to you, Virgos, because you guys have been you went through the ringer. And so there's that. You have someone here who I feel I miss you regardless of how things seem. Yeah, I'm sure they do. But I feel like you have a manipulator, worse than a manipulator. Someone who likes to keep you like this. If this is your person and you are familiar with this energy with someone that I'm reading about, that's them. Because just those combinations of cards definitely shows me that someone likes to keep you in a state of lack, because you may not know your potential. Again, I don't know who I'm attracting in these YouTube videos these days with Virgos. But yeah, you have you have a huge manipulator on your hands. And I feel like narcissism is even too tame of a description for them. I don't know what you would call it. I'm not a psychiatrist, but yeah, look into that. How do you feel about them? You feel like love is lost. You're getting in a better headspace. You're starting to gain control over your life and the energies around you. Even dating, dare I say, dating and getting out again. Probably not ready to have any sex, and that's a good thing. But willing to give. And some of you, you're more focused on just developing self, improving your quality of life. This is not just about money, but this is about the quality and giving to those who know not as much as you do. So some of you could be spending more time in nature, with children, around people and things and energies that are more free and innocent, because you almost are going through a whole renewal of life yourself. I'm doing a lot of retrospect Virgos. You guys are really becoming one. You guys are not going to be anything to play with, really becoming one with self. And at times it becomes quite daunting, right? Because you're only human. And you're kind of thinking, am I really going to be doing this? Am I going into singlehood? Like, am I really single? Like, how long is, girl, not long. Guys, not long. As the world turns for Virgo, she will, reign again. You guys will be okay. Okay. I said, do you guys want them back? You're acknowledging just how toxic this is, and it's because you're getting in a better headspace. It's literally the same cards are coming back again. So replay just what I said. You can rewind this. That's where you're at with it. Okay, in a year's time, people will not be able to recognize you. And how are they feeling about it? Like they played themselves. This is a big fat, I played myself. They may be trying to get their own spiritual alignment. But I do feel for them, it's all to win you back. It's a ruse. But I think you realize that, Virgos. So that's what I have for Virgos. Now let's look at Libra. Libra, you have someone here who's pretty damaged. They've been stopping themselves over and over again from communicating with you. They're stressed out. They really regret whatever that has happened. They have huge regret. Now they see your value and your worth, but it looks like it's a little too late. But you have affected them, and I don't feel like it's in a good thing. If they've left you for someone else, it's like, damn, they have another person that is literally trying to nurse them back to health, which is unfortunate for that person because they don't deserve that, but they're broken. And I feel like this person may even be going through financial problems, but they are definitely going through it. It's almost like kind of like karma, if that makes sense. Like you may be up, Libras, and they're completely down. Even if they have partnership, you may be up all by yourself, like single and just doing your thing, and your person has moved on with another person. And they can't make two pennies scratch with the two of them. So it's kind of one of those things where you have someone who may really be sitting back and kicking themselves like, damn, what did I do? And it, again, may be a little too late here. That's the biggest thing. And they're having a lot of regrets. They're saying that they're more affected than you know. Hell yeah, you are from those cards that I just saw. But let's see Libra. I was going to pull out a love card and I got this. This was in the deck by accident. You do still think of them too. And you think about them a lot, but you may be saying, 3 people, that's what fucked you up. You done lost your money, your man.